Hello there. Thanks for joining us again for some more mindfulness. A bit echoey in the room today because there's nothing in it apart from a chair with a laptop on it because we're moving house, and that's supposed to be happening today. So we'll find out later on whether or not that has taken place. So I'm in the process of moving and sorting things out. I came across this card here. And it's by Eckhart Tolle. And I'll read it out for you as well. There is only one courage, and that is the courage to go on dying to the past. And what he means by that is to... Actually, it goes on to explain what he means by that. Not to collect it, not to accumulate it, not to cling to it. So what he's saying there is to just let things come and go and not get caught up in them. Not to keep referring mentally to what has gone before. Just like if you were sat by the bank of a river, you might watch, something drift along, but then it goes, it carries on down. You don't keep looking at that part of the river that you were looking at before. You just let it flow downstream. And you might just keep looking at the particular patch of river in front of you. Because a lot of our problems stem from allowing our attention to keep going to thoughts about the past, memories, pictures, replaying conversations, rerunning ideas and comments that we have about the past. And when we do that, what he says is we all cling to the past. And because we cling to it, we become unavailable to the present. So if you've been following these broadcasts for any length of time, you'll know that that is the theme of them. It's a constant open invitation to come, which means to bring your attention into the present, into the here and now. And no matter how much we talk about that, it wouldn't be in any way near good enough or as good as actually doing it, actually being it. Because we're not looking for an experience or an understanding. In fact, we are looking for the experience of it. We're looking for the feeling of it. What does it feel like when we bring our attention completely into the here and now? And in order to do that, to allow our attention just to be in the here and now, it means that we have to break the habit of continually thinking about some other time or place. So if you have spent any time at all attempting to bring your attention into the here and now, you'll know that it is very willful, the mind, just because of the habit of it, just because we have unknowingly allowed our attention to be drawn into thoughts about things that have gone before in your life and imaginings or worryings about what might happen in the future. So we can practice being in the here and now. I'd like to do some now before I ramble on for too long. So let's do 5 minutes of just practicing bringing our attention into the here and now, just to see what that feels like. And then I'll just do a little bit more talking after that. So just get yourself comfortable. You can probably see that you probably guess that I'm sitting on the floor. So for any of you who want to try that as a means of doing it, just look up on YouTube, how to sit on the floor. You need to have a support under your bottom that's about 4 inches. So what I do is I take a pillow and just roll it up and then sit on that. And that gives you enough space in front to cross your legs under. Certainly for at least 5 minutes. You don't need any special sitting posture. You can just cross your legs. If it's not too warm in your house, put a blanket around you or a duvet. I use a duvet just to keep nice and warm. And then whether you're sitting on a chair or the floor or lying down, just coming to a place where you feel comfortable, where your body feels that it can relax into the posture that you're shaped in. Let your hands just fall where they naturally want to fall. And close your eyes. And let's engage with this technique which I introduced a couple of weeks ago, where as we breathe in we count 1 just to ourselves silently. And as we breathe out we count 2. And then breathing in is 3, out 4, and so on all the way up to breathing in 9. When we get breathing in 9, the next out breath we're going to come back down, so that's going to be 8. And then we'll breathe in 7, breathe out 6, breathe in 5, breathe out 4, breathe in 3, breathe out 2, and then breathe in 1. And then we're going back up again, breathe out 2. So that counting of the breaths helps you, I think you'll find it helps you stay present more easily. It gives your mind something to do so that it doesn't wander off. So let's just have a go at that together. So let's all start and just do it in the rhythm of your own breathing. So that means paying attention to how long this breath is, so that you notice when a breathing in has changed to a breathing out, and you count the next number. So let's all start on breathing in 1 together, and out 2, and in 3, and so on, just in your own rhythm. And when you get lost, just come back to whatever number you think you're near, or go back to 1, whichever. So you're just paying attention to follow your breathing. As you're following your breathing, you're aware of which number is the one to count. When you breathe the next breath, you'll know what the next number is, whether you're going up towards 9 or you're counting back down towards 1. And if you find that you're getting lost, then try allowing the number, the saying of the number, to last the whole length of the breath. So, for example, if you were up to breathing in on number 5, it would be, you'd be saying 5 to yourself the whole way through the breath. So 5, then breathing out 6, breathing in 7, breathing out 8, just silently to yourself, just so that your mind has something to engage with throughout the length of each breath. Those of you who are already doing some practice, already beginning to feel a bit more stable in your attention, you can really use this technique to see if you can be there the whole time through all of that in-breath and maybe all of the next out-breath. So your attention doesn't waver, that it remains steadily focused on noticing the breath and being aware of that silent count. And nothing else comes up, or if anything does come up, that it doesn't budge you, that you remain absolutely still throughout the course of one entire breath. Not easy. Each time we fall off, we just get back on again, time after time after time. Just bringing our attention, our mind to this one place, following the breathing, being aware of the counting. If you get to the place where you've followed an entire breath, then just go straight into the next one. You find, well, whenever you find you've got lost, just come straight back to following the breathing again. There's nothing for us to comment about. There's no value in any comment, any idea. So if you like to allow that counting to come to an end, just keeping your eyes closed for a few moments longer. And without saying anything, without any internal comment, just noticing how you feel right now. Just the plain witnessing, the plain noticing of how you feel. And then let your eyes open when you're ready. So with more practice, with more and more and more practice, or just the understanding, just the realizing or the insight that this is the way to find peace of mind or relaxation right now, not in 5 weeks' time or 10 years' time, but that this relaxation, this stillness, this peacefulness is available to us now. Then that will sustain you in your efforts to not get lost in the stream of thinking and to be mindfully present in the here and now. Because there's a bigger prize that's available to you than just being at peace, although that sounds like a pretty wonderful thing to achieve. But there is an even bigger prize available to you once you get the hang of being at peace within yourself. And we've spoken about that before, and I'll no doubt come back to it again. So if you're still with me, then really well done with sticking at it, and do some practice for yourself, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.